Ciao, what's up everybody? Alrighty, in today's video we are going to talk about finding hotties in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Tips and tricks on how to do it. Yes, I am married, but of course I did date before I got married out here, and this is just a guide to help you from my perspective. I am not an expert on this stuff. I am not a dating guru. I am not a pickup artist. I am none of these things, and you shouldn't think I am, but a lot of people are asking me this question in emails, DMs, and it's even on the Discord, so let's get into her. If you do like this video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit this like button, and leave a comment. If not, keep her moving, eh? So, let's go here. First things first, I want to talk about your appearance as a man. If you are an older fella and you're a bit out of shape, the first thing you need to do is dress fashionably. If you've got some bad features on your body, make sure you dress according to your body so your features aren't, shown as prominently. Like take me for example. I have gynecomastia. I have female tits. I mean, it's very obvious. You can just take a look at me and see I got a rack on me. I got like a solid big old B cup. Now, I don't wear many t-shirts because of that reason. If you wear a t-shirt when you've got gynecomastia as bad as I do, it looks like I've got a huge rack of big old titties. So I usually wear a button-down shirt, and that's for that reason. I'd say completely almost cross polos off the list, unless you're in some kind of beastly shape. You know, polos do not really accent a body that's any kind of overweight. Just makes you kind of look bad. I would recommend a nice button-down shirt. Go and get you some shirts from Bentham Market even, like I wear, or from anywhere. H&M has plus-size guys covered. You know, if you're about... I'm like 210 pounds right now, 215. I was buying clothes there when I was 250, 260, like during the lockdown when I got all fat as shit again. So you can go there and find stuff all the way up to about 250, 260. And even that, they even had some plus sizes because a lot of the big stuff just sits on the rack there because, well, as we all know, there's not a whole heck of a lot of really, really fat people in Vietnam. I would dare to say it's almost all Westerners that are fat here in Vietnam. So, you know, that's that. So that's my first thing is the fashion advice. Secondly, another big question I get asked all the time is where do you go, to pick up chicks in Saigon, Vietnam? Well, this is a pretty simple question, and I don't think you're going to be too surprised if you've ever heard me kind of talk about this topic before. They're everywhere. Anywhere and everywhere. Coffee shop, Quinn Way, where we're at now. We came to Win Way to see if we could get some, slightly attractive females for the thumbnails. But as I said, like any kind of, let's go this way. Any kind of public place, coffee house, coffee shop, tea shop, all this stuff. And it's fairly easy to read the signs if a chick's into you, They're gonna look at you a few times. And especially in Vietnam, they'll look at you like 3 or 4 or 5 times. And they'll smile at you. The second you get that smile, you're in. You need to walk up to her, give a brief introduction, say your name, maybe give a little bit of a compliment, and then literally just directly pull out your Zalo and go, may I get your number so we can talk more, maybe I'll take you out for a date. And bring up the QR code so it's easy. You can scan the QR code. It takes like seconds to do. So that is the way to get a phone number here, and you'll have a super, super high success rate with following that procedure. It's just, you need to be confident. You need to not be a weirdo. Stay away from dad jokes. I've tried to help some older expats that are like 50 plus here a few times, and they're really heavy into dad jokes and stuff like this. You gotta move away from that. Also, don't be an ageist. If you want a younger girl, you're paying for a younger girl. Just like anywhere in the world, it's going to be a sugar baby, sugar daddy experience. I condone that. If that's what you want to do, I have no idea what it's going to be like to be old. If potentially I am single, which I highly doubt I will. I'm going to probably spend my entire life with win-win. But, if you want a young, hot 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23-year-old chick that's like a 9 out of 10, and you're 40 plus years old, that is going to be a semi-transactional relationship. And if you're okay with that, then that's fine. Go ahead and do that. But just know that that's how that's going to be. I've met a couple guys that have done that, and those girls have eventually fallen in love with them over time. you know, which is rare. I think that happens 10% of the time. I got another group. Wow, they put a water fountain out here. That is totally new. Huh. Wonder where that water's coming from, though. Certainly isn't filtered. I'd probably stay away from that water. I'll research that water and see if it's any kind of filtration system. I'm sure there's some news sites running ads all about that stuff here. But yeah, if you want a young, hot chick like this chick over here type deal, that is going to be transactional, man. She's got on like Gucci, all fancy clothes. Like, you know, you're going to be paying for that. And even if you're younger and you get the super hot 9 or 10 chick, they're always, not always, I'm not trying to generalize or stereotype. I'm just giving you the information that I've perceived as, and then talking with hundreds of people, the general consensus, you know, super hot chicks are usually a super hot issue. I mean, from personal experience and from other people's experience, it's more of a fun thing to do for a fling. I would say I would mostly stay away from trying to long-term a woman of that kind of stature. It's definitely going to cost you money. I mean, unless you're like some kind of Don Juan. If you're like a super good-looking dude, because I know younger dudes are going to watch this, if you're a super good-looking 20 to 35-year-old in excellent shape and is over 6'1", you'll be fine. You can get whatever chick you want. That's not going to be a problem. As long as you're not some like arrogant asshole, you'll be just fine. And then just be polite, man. Like, you know, some women will move very fast here. You know, you can sleep with them the first night. Some women are not going to sleep with you the first night. Or, you know, the setting's not right. You can usually read that with the woman you're out with on a date. Usually that happens the second and third date if she's a relatively good girl. Like, if you're looking for wife material, genuinely you don't want to, or long-term girlfriend, you don't want to be banging within the first 8 hours of taking her out on a date. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You can do whatever you want, but if you want a sustainable, pretty much stable, good, lasting, long relationship, I would say that you're probably gonna, you know, want to hold off on that a little bit. I think it's a better way to do things. Of course, you can do whatever you want. But yeah, I think the women here are super approachable and super easy to get along with and super easy to hit on, you know? My one buddy down in Boomtown, he hits on chicks like every day and gets phone numbers. And he's 60-something years old. Like, he's an older dude, but he's in good shape and he's tall as fuck. But it's very possible. I mean, he goes on dates with 30-year-old chicks, 25-year-old chicks, 35-year-old chicks, like all different denominations and, not denominations, probably the wrong word there. All different ages and looks-wise. So, I mean, it's how you present yourself, and if you're not a weirdo, you'll usually do pretty good here. Now, don't even get me started on the next topic. Tinder is wild here. Tinder, you could have 500 matches if you've got a proper profile set up. Yeah, there's going to be prostitutes in there, just like at Tinder anywhere in the world. And there's going to be, you know, fake accounts and stuff like that. And Tinder is a thing where you have to invest 2 hours a day of time, is what I tell guys. If you want good dates out of Tinder, you've got to put the time into it. You can't sit there and buy the super gold account or whatever it's called now. I don't even know. I haven't used it in years. Triple platinum account, whatever the shit it is. You can't just sit there, go in a zone, and smash on everything. They have an algorithm for that stuff now. If they see you're doing that, you're going to get way less matches. They want you to take your time, flip through the photos, scroll what's written in the thing, look at the actual profile. And if you don't do that, you're not going to get desirable matches. So you take your time on there. You know, do it while you're taking a shit every day for 15 minutes, and then set down blocks of like 15-minute time periods or half-hour time periods throughout the day. It does do better at night. It's better to chat up a chick at night. I almost would say I wouldn't send a message during the day. I'd wait till at night when they're off of work, when they're actually going to check Tinder. A lot of girls aren't going to want to check Tinder in front of their coworkers or at work, etc., etc., if you get what I'm throwing down. That shouldn't be a hard one to figure out. So I would advise you to, you know, do your hellos at the evening time, and you'll probably have a better luck with that. But as I said, invest your time into it. If you put the effort in, you will receive effort back. Make sure your photos are good. You know, Don't include a bunch of bros in every photo. If you want to put your bros in a couple photos, that's fine, but it should just be you. And your photos shouldn't be any older than a month old, 2 months old. You know, you don't want to show up, you know, to a picture you had of 4 years ago. Well, chicks used to do that all the time. You know, you want a up-to-date, looking exactly how you look right now in real time, so there's no confusion upon the first meetup. The worst thing ever is you can set a high expectation from using a picture that's like 5 years old, where you're in great shape, where you look younger and your hair is a different color, and then you show up and they're gonna get disappointed right away, you know? Women are more into a personality than looks for the most part, but they're still, you know, they're still visually swiping on Tinder, if you know what I'm throwing down. So overall, it's pretty easy. And you gotta understand, if you get into a relationship with a Vietnamese woman, they are gonna be extremely family centric. You are going to be part of the family, especially if you get married. There's going to be massive chunks of time spent with the family, so you got to be prepared for that one too. And if you don't want to do that, then don't do long-term, you know, relationships with girls here, because it's going to eventually lead to a problem. Like after, I don't know, 3 months, 2 months, she's going to want you to meet the family and all that stuff. So if you don't want to get involved in that, just do like 1 month, couple week flings and keep her moving. I mean, I think I've covered all the bases here. If you did watch this video, let's see, if you did watch this video, say good morning Vietnam in the comments all the way to the end. If you do want to add any of your experiences in the comment section, please do. It's great to get a whole conversation going in the comment section, so I completely encourage it. I don't really take any comments out unless they are, you know, directly hate speech is really it. And I don't really remove comments anymore. I've got a team of 400 people doing it. So I mean, yeah, it is what it is. So I would advise you to kind of follow the little outline guidebook I gave you, and you should do pretty good. I wouldn't think you would have really any problems whatsoever of it. Oh, we got a bunch of tourists out tonight. So yeah, in closing, I would say follow the guide I gave you. You should do all right. First, and if you're out of shape, try to get in shape. Yeah, I am fat and broke. I am fat right now, but I still actively work out. If I didn't, I'd be way fatter. Try to improve yourself, and once you improve yourself, you'll have more confidence and it'll be easier for you. All right, guys, as ever, I appreciate you tuning in and watching the videos. I think we made a lot of interesting vlogs in the past week. They seem to be doing pretty well on the channel, and to all the new subscribers, shout out. I thank you for joining the channel. So stay frosty. See you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace out.